Welcome to morning yoga. And we have the playlist. It's 22 Flow 101. We're going to start on the first song. So cue it up and just make sure you don't have it on shuffle. And then I'll do my little countdown 3, 2, 1, and then we'll press play together. So 3, 2, 1, play. And then you'll head over to your mat and let's actually start laying down. You can take blocks under the knees if that helps you to be comfortable. Otherwise, just lay down in your Shavasana shape. Actually don't have a blanket, but if you have a blanket, you can put a blanket underneath you if that helps you to be comfortable. And if you're on the live call, just a reminder that if you're using the background, I can't see you, but I also trust that you're doing all the right things, so I'm not worried. Just a little dropping in. Sometimes we have these set plans or our own guidelines of what is enough. And so as you come onto the mat, maybe there's this idea of what's going to happen during the class, what's going to happen in your body. So just for a couple moments here, less than a minute, feeling what your body is asking of you. Allowing your breath to slow down so that you can listen to your body. And then I've asked it before and I'll ask it again. What if this was the only shape that we took for the entire class? Spoiler alert, we are going to be moving, but just feeling into what is enough. Couple options here. Stay where you are or prop yourself up and move the blocks into a supported back bend, allowing the blocks to create a shape where the shoulders can drop between the blocks. So if you like to do the top block on the higher setting, you can do that. And then medium block, lower block on the medium setting. So there's this space for the shoulders to drop back. And my only tip is that sometimes in this shape, the top block can kind of turn diagonal. So just go ahead and reach back, give a little shake of the block so that you can feel it's sturdy on the ground. And that lower block, you want pretty close to the shoulder blades, so not down towards the lower ribs. And we're not going to stay here for long. Just let those shoulders drop back. Follow your breath into the rib cage. So we can approach our lifestyle, our lives, our bodies, counteracting some of those repetitive movements. We can also use our yoga practice to be more mindful when we are in the repetitive movements. So how do you create support for the body so that there is less of that recovery needed later? And still giving yourself that permission that in these daily life tasks, driving, sitting, swiping, typing, massaging, even the yoga practice, there are ways that we do get to choose to find balance. So we get to engage with the things we love. So really honoring the needs of your body as we move through class today. Last breath. Slowly come up off the blocks, move them out of the way, and then we're coming to a modified boat pose. So the feet are out in front of you, heels digging in, and you'll actually take one of your blocks and then just find that length for your spine. Lift the heart, press into the block. And then 3 times we're going to roll down and roll back up. Arms up overhead, or roll all the way up. And so it might feel counterintuitive that we are engaging at the front of the chest to prepare for an opening. But the idea is that we're bringing warmth, circulation to the front of the shoulder here, and also helping to engage the core. Last one, roll down. Arms overhead, roll up. Pause here. You're going to take the block and just reach behind you. So you're threading the block behind your low back and around. Might feel like nothing, might feel tricky. You're taking the block around, reaching behind you. How often do you do that when you're sitting at your desk, right? 2 more. Keep that lift through the belly and the chest, and then other direction. And so even when you do it, do you notice how you might start to look down to reach back? Can you keep that lift in the heart? So really isolating the movement to your hands. Perfect. 3, 2, last one. Bring that block between the legs. Roll down to your half bridge prep. You can have the block on the narrow setting or the medium setting. Arms overhead, and then plant your hands at your sides, palms facing the earth, triceps pressing in. Alternative option is to grab side edges of the mat and then slowly rise up into your half bridge. Inhale, lift the hips, pause. Anchor down through the feet, balls of the feet, inner arch, outer arch. Squeeze the block, squeeze your glutes, and then slowly exhale to roll down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that block between your hands, up overhead. Exhale between the legs. Now we've done this one before. Option to take the reverse tabletop. You can add in the toe taps, or you're just moving that block from between the arms to between the legs. So you can keep your legs in the reverse tabletop, or you're adding in for the lower abs, either knees 2 inches away or tap the toes in front of you. Couple more. 2, 1. Block between the legs, find that half bridge again. Inhale, exhale, lift. Squeeze the block. Right now, the hamstrings get to activate, helping to lift the pelvis. Super active lower body here. And then add on. Press into the triceps, press into your hands. One more breath. Hips are level. And then on your next exhalation, slowly lowering, slow motion. Okay, block off to the side. Bring the feet as wide as the mat and find those windshield wiper legs. So it's a movement at the top of the femur bone. It's easy, simple, not a big twist. Couple more, breathing in, breathing out. And then slowly back through the center, knees towards your chest. And then we're coming into a reclined twist. So let the knees come over to the left. You can either use the block between the legs or underneath both knees. Or if it's available, just bring your legs up and over to the earth. Arms to a T. 2 breaths here. Just finding some length for the low back. Quick little reset here. Slowly up and over other side. Using the block and support if you need it so that nothing is uncomfortable here. One more breath all the way in, all the way out. Back through the center. Slowly release the low back. You can find those knee circles a little rocking or start to rock and roll. And then up and over. Find your way to downward dog. Option to take the hands a little wider than you normally would. So sometimes I call it the star dog. And then bend one knee and then the other, walk it out, find some movement. Shake your head, yes. So get that Achilles and calf stretch here. And then even if you don't normally do it, bend the knees, flip your sit bones up, and then reach everything up towards the sky. Press the earth away. Exhale, child's pose. Option to take tented fingertips. Plant the hands, downward dog. Inhale, high plank. And then we'll just do that 3 times. High plank to downward dog. Follow your breath, your pace. Power up your core, turn on the legs. Moving in downward dog, feet come together, right leg lifts. Knee to nose. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, knee to nose, let the spine round. The last one. This time, pause, knee to nose. And then just let your shin touch down to the earth. So find your landing. Exhale, scoop it back, knee to nose. Inhale, shin to the earth. Knee to nose. Last one. And that rounding of the spine. Up and back, 3-legged dog. Option to add on those small knee circles if you're in the scorpion variation. Right foot towards the sky and then step it forward, warrior 1. Reach the arms up. And then 3 times big windmill. Open up the shoulder. Inhale, hands to the sky, hands to your heart. As you bring your hands to the earth, pop that back heel up so it's the runner's lunge. You can always use the blocks here to bring the earth up towards you. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend it. So you're just threading length into that front hamstring. Inhale towards straight. Exhale, bend. The back heel is up. Long spine. So find the reach through the top of your head. Last one. This time, pause in that runner's lunge. Easy twist. Left hand stays to the earth or the block, right hand towards the sky. Optional roll out the wrist here. Hands to the earth. Find that 3-legged dog again. And then step right foot towards the top of the mat, left foot top of the mat, forward fold, halfway lift. Stand all the way up, Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart, hands at your sides. Inhale, reach it up, your pace, your rhythm. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hand, step it back, or find your version of vinyasa. Now come back to that star dog so the arms are wider than normal. Feet are wider than normal. And can you really focus on letting the head get heavy so that gentle neck traction with gravity? Bend the knees, lift those hips up and away. Child's pose. Optional if the palms up this time. One more breath here. Is nothing happening or is everything happening? Palms flip down, downward dog. Feet come together. Inhale, left leg floats up. Exhale, knee to nose around the spine. Find that contraction. Inhale up. Exhale round. See how still you can keep the arms. Inhale up. Exhale round, pause. Can you lift the belly up towards the sky even more? And then drop your chin to the earth. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, drop it down, find that landing. Exhale, power it up. Last one. Knee to nose, reach it up and back. Three-legged dog, option to open things up. Bend that top knee and find those small knee circles. Lots of energy into the left hand here to keep your shoulders square. Other direction with the knee. The left foot reaches up. Step it forward, warrior one. So you can always take your hands to your hips as you settle and arrive. Once the legs feel super sturdy, then add on those windmill arms. As you sit low into that front leg, you can pick your belly up towards the spine, up away from the front thigh. Hands to the sky, to your heart, to the earth. Pop the back heel up so that the runner's lunge now. Pause. Just find your footing here first. Find the long spine. I'm using the blocks to help my spine stay long. And then inhale, straighten the front leg. Pyramid variation. Exhale, bend that leg, sit into it. Thread the hips back and then forward again. So we're warming up the leg. Finding that movement. Bend and straighten the front leg. And if you need to have the back knee down, totally fine. Just helping to warm up these muscles. 2. Last one. Sit into it, pause, and then add on easy twist. Right hand stays on the earth, left hand to the sky. Roll out the wrist. Hands to the earth, blocks out of the way. Plant the hands, three-legged dog. Left foot top of the mat. Right foot top of the mat. Halfway lift. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Drop your hips, lift your heart. Where is your center of gravity? Can you bring it back towards the heels? And then we're going to stand up Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale, sit into your chair pose. Inhale, stand tall. Find that lift for the heart. Exhale. Inhale, stand tall. 2 more. Powering up the thighs, the quads. Beautiful. This time, find your Tadasana mountain pose We're going to slip the left foot behind the right and then grab the left wrist, find your side bend. Inhale, back up. One more time, side bend up and over. Inhale up, last one. Inhale through the mouth, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, clear. Ha, unwind the legs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale through the mouth. Ha, last one like that. Ha. This time it's right foot behind the left. And grab the right wrist, side bend. See if you can keep equal weight through both feet here. Inhale up. Anchor the shoulders down. Exhale, side bend. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, clear through your mouth. A little sigh. Ha. Inhale. Exhale. Ha. Inhale. Unwind the legs. Clear. Ha. Arms to a T. Find that fist packet behind you. And just draw the elbows back. Little baby back bend if it's comfortable. One more breath. Lift your belly. Release the hands, chair pose. Find your drinking bird. Come to the balls of the feet, hands press back, tricep press. Inhale, raise the hands up, drop the heels. A couple more times like that. If you want to take a block between the legs to help activate inner thighs, sometimes that can help with balance too. Inhale, drop the heels. Exhale, come to the balls of the feet. Last one. This time, interlace the hands, reach up and back. Palms can flip up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. All the way back up, standing Tadasana mountain pose. We're going to step the right foot back. Stay in the high crescent or drop the back knee down. Inhale, arms come up, find opposite elbows and find your baby back bend here. Come back up to center and then one more time, draw the arms back as far as they'll go. Hands reach up to the sky. Option to drop that back knee. Find your fist packet. Elbows draw back. Now bring that fist packet over to the left. So same side as that front leg. And then find your gentle neck stretch here. It doesn't have to be a lot to feel it. Back up to the center. One more time, let your head just fall to the left. And back up. This time you'll hold it a little bit longer. Pause, and if you want, you can add on a little tilt of the chin towards the left. You can play around with it. Maybe it feels good to bring the chin up. So find the place where you get a stretch. Inhale through the center. Arms reach up. And then find those windmill arms. Just open up the shoulders, open up the chest. Power up that back leg, come back up, high crescent. Grab the right wrist and then side bend here. Inhale back up, anchor those shoulders down, sit into the legs, up and over, same side. Inhale, and then last one. This time, hands to the sky, easy twist. Right hand comes down. You're going to pause here or start to walk that left foot back towards hip height, coming into a side plank variation. One more breath. Hands to the earth, high plank. Drop the knees 3 times, half chaturanga, yogi push-up here. Downward dog. Step the right foot forward, you're coming to your crescent lunge, or if you want to drop the back knee, go ahead. Arms come up. Find those opposite elbows. Draw them back. Super strong legs here. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, arms reach up and back. Inhale, hands to the sky. Find that fist packet and just reach the elbows back. Drop the back knee. Find your fist packet over to the right side. Drop your head to the right. Back up. Up and over. Don't overdo it. Inhale up. This time, pause. Find the stretch and then slowly play around with that diagonal plane with the chin. Slow movement so you're not overriding your body's limits. And you can really squeeze that left glute to get a deeper hip stretch. Head comes back up, arms reach up, 3 big circles like a windmill. Arms reach up to your heart, to the earth. Power up that back leg. Arms reach up, grab the left wrist, side bend. Find your footing so your feet are off the balance beam, and then find that stretch. Back leg is super straight. Even if you think it's straight, straighten it a little bit more. Side bend, same direction. Inhale up. Last one. Hands to the sky. Left hand to the earth, find that easy twist. This might be enough for you right here, or start to walk that right foot back about the level of the hips, halfway down the mat. You can spin into the outside edge of the back foot. It's that side plank variation. Lift the hips, lift your ribs. Play around with the gaze. You can look forward, down, or up, depending on whatever feels best for the neck. And if you need extra support, take your hand behind the head. Last breath. Hands to the earth, high plank. Option to drop the knees, 3 yogi push-ups. 3, 2, 1. High plank downward dog. Drop the knees through tabletop. Let's take a couple hip circles. Other direction. Downward dog. Again, can you come to the balls of the feet, bend your knees, flip your sit bones up, and then lift your hips up and back, like I'm coming behind you and I'm lifting your hips up and back. Like there's a string attached, just pulling you up. Child's pose, flip the palms up. Option to take a reverse prayer, or if you haven't tried it before, take the blocks and rest your forearms on the blocks to create a little lift there. So the head comes down, but the arms are lifted. Or take the tricep stretch with reverse prayer. You can even do that one over the blocks, your elbows on the blocks. Last breath. Okay, the music's getting us going here. Move the blocks out of the way. We're going to inhale, stand on the knees. If you need a little extra padding, just fold over the mat. And then stick the left leg long, gate pose. Side bend up and over. Inhale up, same direction. Inhale up, other direction this time. Can you keep that back foot really sealed? Inhale, arms to a T. Let that arm pull you back up. Side bend up and over. And then 3 times, find that windmill arm. Inhale, arms to a T. Come back through the center. Sit back onto your heels, so tuck the toes if possible. Flip the palms up. Exhale, palms down. 3 shoulder circles. Inhale onto the knees, other side, so right leg long. Seal that foot down. Inhale, side bend. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, same side. And then up and over. You can always take your hand to a block here if it's too much to come to the earth. And back up. Let that arm lift you up. Find the side bend and add on a couple arm circles. And then through the center, sit back onto the heels. If you can tuck the toes behind you, get that stretch for the feet. Otherwise, you can sit on a block or a meditation cushion. Palms up. Exhale, palms down. This time, shoulders come up towards the ears, straight up in through the nose. Pause. Yet turtle it up, even if it looks awkward or feels awkward. How high can you get the shoulders here? Exhale through the mouth when you're ready to release. Inhale through the nose. Turtle up the neck. Exhale. Go into the contraction. Inhale. Exhale. Now you're going to swim one shoulder back and then the other. Yes, we are still on the feet, even if it's a little bit uncomfortable. We're not going to be there for long. Swim it back. Other direction, forward. This is the last thing we're doing on the feet. And then flip the feet down. So now you're on the arches, and just come back. If you can come back onto both feet, that's great. Otherwise, you might just lift one knee and then the other. Otherwise, you can find even a little back bend, reach the head back. Coming back up, tuck the toes, exhale, palms face up. Find your breath. Inhale forward, tops of the feet. And if you need to use a little blanket, you can always use a blanket under the arches or even between the legs. You can put a blanket here to get more of a calf stretch. Coming forward, we're going to do it one more time. Tuck the toes, get the arches. Inhale, palms up. Last one. Move forward, downward dog when you're ready. Option to have the arms shoulder distance or find that wide open arms. And so one of the reasons that I'm reminding you to take this shape is because it creates more space for the collarbones, more space for the traps. And so that also gives space for the neck to release. Bend the knees a lot, walk your hands towards your feet, Uttanasana, forward fold at the back of your mat. You can always use a block here. And then bend the knees so much that your torso touches the thighs. It might even be like a squat for you to make that happen. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. We're going to take a little twist here. I'll use the block. Left hand onto the block. Twist towards your right. Option to bend that left knee. Roll out the wrist. And then if you want, you can take the half bind here Don't get sloppy in the legs. Bring your center of gravity forward into the balls of the feet and then activate. Like if you had a block between the legs, what would be happening with your thighs? So don't let that right leg go to sleep. Reach the arm back up. Exhale through the center, bend everything. Halfway lift to reset the spine. Right hand onto the block or just in front of your face there, right at the center between the feet. And then find your twist. Option to bend that right knee. You can let your hand rest on your sacrum, reach it up, or find that half bind. Take your weight forward, turn on the legs, full body posture. Unwind the arm, bend everything. We lift, walk out of the way, come all the way to standing. Arms float up. Interlace the fingers, take your hands behind the head, a little baby back bend here with the head supported. You might even find a little neck traction. Inhale back to the center, bring the belly in, and then this time, two choices. You can keep the elbows wide or see what it's like to bring the elbows forward to find that length for the back of the neck, a little more security, stability, or elbows wide for the chest opener. Inhale, hands to the sky. Bring the feet wide for your Malasana Squat. So feet come off the mat, turn them out. Exhale down. Don't get too cozy. We're going right back up. Inhale up. Now, if you don't want to come all the way down, you're still just coming here and back up. If you can go all the way down, find that squat. Powerful legs, light heart. Last one. Pause while you're down there. If you need a block, go ahead. Otherwise, option to rock side to side. It is a lot of work. Okay, we're going to bring that right arm wide, left arm towards the sky. Pause there or take the bind. You can even grab through the leg or up and around if that's available. You can also just stay right here for the opener. Back to the center, lift the heart. Other side. Left arm comes wide. It's still inside the leg. Open things up, pause, or bind. You can even come onto the ball of the foot. Just make it work for you. Back to the center. We're at the back of the mat. Slowly sit onto your seat. Come back to that Navasana boat pose, just like we did at the beginning of class. If you need to come forward on the mat a little bit, because I know we were back there, sorry. And this time, the arms are going to come up and around the world. You can have the legs hovering or feet on the earth. Just working the core here, up and around, and then other direction. Yep, you got it. Grab your block. Slowly roll down. Arms up overhead. And then slowly bring your feet up. And can you tap your feet with the block? 10, 9, 8. Make contact. 3. I lost count, but I think that was enough. 2, 1. This time, knees come in. Can you bring the block in front of the knees and find your rock and roll right there? If not, you can bring the block behind the thighs. Back up to your balance. The feet can be planted or you find that lift. And like we did earlier, take the block behind you. You can even see what happens if you just take one leg up. Other direction. Try not to curl forward, it's really hard. And then maybe the other leg. Back through the center, roll all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then arms overhead, prepare to roll back up. Find your boat, Navasana, and then let's just take one foot into that hovered. And you'll take the block under that one leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other leg. 4, long spine. 3, 2, 1. And then we're gonna alternate. So it's a little bit of a figure 8 through one leg and then the other. And if you want both legs hovering, also fine. Three, 2, 1, block off to the side. We'll roll it down. Knees come in. And then let's take knees away, around, and together. Option to add on, if you've done this one with me before and you like it, those scissor knees where you take the scissor and then the figure 8 for the passive range of motion. Scissor around. Other direction if you're taking the big knee circles. To rock and roll again. We're coming up, reverse tabletop. So come to your seat, arms come behind you. The fingers can reach back or forward, but already here, it's an opener for the chest. And even if you're just here lifting your heart, that's enough. Otherwise, inhale, lift the hips, reverse tabletop. Exhale, hips come down. If you would like, take the block between the legs. And then inhale, come up. Pause. So you're working the upper core and the neck, find that length. If you have any pain, back off, go back to the starting position and just open up the chest. One more breath, squeeze the block. Dig those heels in, press your feet down, lift your hips, and then slowly lower. Remove the block, and you're just gonna round forward here. If the forehead does not touch the forearms, just take your fist packet and rest your forehead on your hand. So the priority is having your forehead center resting on something, having that proprioception, that feedback here. Slowly release. Just gonna look at the time. I think we still have some time. Okay, great. So for rock and roll, we're gonna take a couple more standing poses. So when you're ready, rock and roll up and over into your downward dog, or you just swing the legs around on your way to get there. Okay, come to high plank, drop the knees, grab your blocks. I'm not really gonna like this one, but it's gonna be a great prep. So you're taking a high plank on the blocks. And then we're moving towards Malasana Squat position. So bring the left foot outside left hand, or right foot outside right hand. Sit your seat back, left foot back, right foot back. And now right foot forward, left foot forward, sit into it, right foot back, left foot back. Same like that, or add on left foot forward, right foot forward. Take your arms forward, halfway lift through the torso, and then back, or right foot back, left foot back, right foot forward, The left foot forward, pause or hover with your torso. Plant the hands, left foot back, right foot back, drop the knees, blocks off to the side. Downward dog, find that star version, hands wide here. We're gonna step the right foot forward, warrior two. Option to come through tabletop to get there. And you can always use your hand to guide that foot forward. So this time you're coming onto the balance beam. Option to take your hands onto your hips as you get settled. And even as you have your hands there, can you use them like a personal assist to get those hips really low and then add on your arms? Flip the palms, look at the back hand. As you bring your gaze all the way back around, flip the palms down. Last one, inhale, palms up. Look at the back hand. So really track your gaze across the room, activating different parts of the brain. Front palm flips up. Reach that hand straight up. Bend the elbow, find that tricep stretch. Option to reverse it if you want. Inhale, back up, warrior two. This time, take the front arm under. Give yourself that hug. Front arm under. Pause or add a little movement, rounding of the spine in a circle. And then bring your torso to stillness and just roll the head. You're still working those legs. Warrior two. Spin your hands to the earth. Walk that right foot out to the right. Lizard. So arms come inside the leg. You can even use your blocks here. And you can walk the back foot back until you feel your stretch. One more breath here. Blocks out of the way if you're using them. Start to walk that right foot a little bit more parallel. Tuck the back toes, and you're coming all the way around towards the back of the mat. So you're moving through your goddess towards your side lunge. And one time switch, top of the mat. Switch back of the mat, pause, just like we did earlier. Take your, I think I'm on the opposite side of you, but left arm wide, just find that opening for the chest. Option to take your hand behind the head and just activate those neck extenders by pressing into the back, pressing your back of your head into the hand. So it's a little bit of that plank quality through the neck. Yeah, put your hand on the back of the head. So it's like you're pressing your head back into your hand. Release the hand, pivot towards the top of the mat. Take your time there if it feels good. And then pivot back around, three-legged dog. Option to flip it if you like that, or just stay here, find the scorpion. Right foot to the sky, downward dog. Last child's pose. Option to rock side to side on your head, or maybe shift the hips side to side. Downward dog. Find that lift through the lower body, and then can you let your head hang? Squeeze the arms towards each other, and then the neck really gets to let go. Left foot steps forward, option to move through the tabletop to get there, warrior two. I'm tempted to switch directions, but I don't want to give any bad cues right now. So find that warrior two. Option to have hands on the hips here. Give yourself that personal assist, really get low. super straight back leg. Feet are on the balance beam. Add on your arms. Flip the palms up, look at the back hand. So you're really tracking your gaze, find the horizon, flip the palms, last one. All the way back around. This time flip just the front hand, reach up straight towards the sky, bend the elbow, find your tricep stretch. That's totally enough, or add on the reverse if you want a deeper stretch. Inhale, warrior two. This time, front arm wraps under, give yourself a hug. And then find that rounding up and around with your upper body. Can you stay low in the legs? It's a lot of work. Maybe the other direction. Find stillness and then add on the neck circles. Find your sweet spot. Release the arms, hands to the earth. Walk that left foot over, pop the back heel up. Bring the arms inside the leg. You can even use your blocks. Lizard. Once you've arrived, you feel like you need a deeper stretch, just walk that back foot back. Last breath. Okay, slowly start to walk that back foot up slightly. Move the left foot parallel, walk it in, blocks out of the way. And then you're moving through your goddess, so tuck the back toes, side lunge towards the back of the mat. And even if you're up high, totally fine. Shift towards the top of the mat. Again, towards the back of the mat. Find that opening for the chest. So right arm inside the leg, open it up. Option to take the bind here. Inhale, reach it up. Shift towards the top of the mat. Oh wait, I forgot the neck strengthener. So take your hand behind the head. So already here, try to straighten out the spine a little bit so that you're not crunched or twisted when you're doing it. And then press the head into the hand. Doesn't need a lot to just activate. We're counteracting, looking down at the phone, looking down at the keyboard, the computer, even if you do a lot of reading. Release the hand, pivot towards the top of the mat. Three-legged dog. If you like to flip it, go ahead. Otherwise, find your scorpion, squeeze that left glute. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Downward dog. Pause. We're going to stand on the knees. Camel variation. If you need to get extra padding, you'll fold the mat like so. Inhale, arms reach up. So arches of the feet can be planted into the earth or tuck the toes. Sit back again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. This time, keep your hands at the heart, and you'll either just come up and down right here. That might be enough for you, or you can alternate one hand back, sweep around to the side. Half camel, other direction. There's no rush, so take it at your pace. And if you want to take the full camel, go ahead. You'll know if that's you. Slowly come back to a seat, palms up. Palms down, 3 shoulder circles. like we did at the beginning of class, take your blocks and find your supported back bend. If you're craving another twist, go ahead and add that in. Or if there's something else that's calling to you, add it in. Actually, I'm gonna go this direction. So remember, the space between the two blocks is not, there's not a lot of space there. It's just enough for the shoulders to drip back. So if the block is down here, it's too low. You want it up high, okay? You'll feel it. The truth is, it's not always super comfortable, or find that opening. And it's best if you need to adjust the blocks to actually sit up, move the blocks, and then come back down, because you don't want to aggravate the spine by twisting, trying to lift things while you're in a compromised shape. And then, like I said, reach back, wiggle the block, make sure it's super sturdy, because it does not feel good if you're calling in relaxation and then things fall from below, from beneath you. If you're resting in, keep going. If you want one more stretch, arms to the sky, find the goalpost arms. The low back is not happy, option to bend the knees. Can you flip the palms up so it's a little bit of that T shape with the arms? We let the arms come a little bit higher than in that traditional Shavasana shape with the elbows tucked in. Two options. If it's feeling really good and you might want a little bit more, you'll reach back and move that top block to the medium setting. So both blocks same height. Or slowly prop yourself up and bring the blocks under the knees for a supported Shavasana. Slowly lower your body. So here, snuggle the arms a little closer if you have the blocks under the legs. So you can even start to tuck one shoulder under and then the other. If you would like an extended Shavasana, you can turn off your screen and take the time for yourself, continuing to tune in, tap in. And if you're closing with me, go ahead, hand to heart, hand to belly. Feel your body under your own hands. And I'll ask that same question again. If this was the only shape that you took as part of your practice, would it be enough? Simplicity of breath, simplicity of grounding, simplicity of being. Slowly, you'll start to move the body. When you're ready, making your way back up, you can tuck the chin, let the head hang down, eyes are closed. Go ahead and take a seat over your meditation cushion or your blocks. Hands can rest palms face down on the thighs, or if you would like to add in a hand mudra, please go ahead. So we did some good leg work today, which will allow you to stay grounded as you move through the rest of this day. Open heart, open mind. Thank you. Always so great to have you. And if you're here for the replay, maybe you want to drop a comment, let me know that you were here, and see you next time. Bye.